The Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1791, has long been one of the most controversial and hotly debated parts of American law. It reads, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed." Supporters argue it guarantees an individual's right to own firearms, while critics say it has contributed to rampant gun violence and mass shootings. Some activists and lawmakers have even proposed repealing the amendment altogether, a move that would be unprecedented. The amendment's origins trace back to the post-revolutionary era, when fear of a standing army and tyrannical government made local militias essential. The Founding Fathers wanted citizens to be able to defend themselves and their states. But the weapons of that era, muskets and single-shot firearms, are a far cry from modern semi-automatic rifles. For much of U.S. history, the Second Amendment wasn't widely viewed as securing an individual right. That changed in the 20th century. In United States v. Miller, 1939, the Supreme Court ruled that the amendment applied to organized militias, not private gun ownership. But in a landmark case, District of Columbia v. Heller, 2008, the court reinterpreted the amendment, declaring that it does protect an individual's right to possess firearms, even outside of militia service. This ruling set off a firestorm. Gun rights advocates celebrated it as a defense of liberty, while critics argued it twisted the founders' intent. Since then, a rise in gun violence and mass shootings has led to calls for stronger regulations or outright repeal. Supporters of repealing the Second Amendment argue that 1. It's outdated. It was written for muskets, not modern weapons. 2. It enables high rates of gun violence. 3. It hampers effective gun laws. 4. The Constitution can evolve. Other amendments have been repealed. Opponents argue that 1. It protects the right to self-defense. 2. It serves as a safeguard against government tyranny. 3. It's a long-standing part of American identity. 4. Repeal is practically impossible. Amending the Constitution requires supermajorities in Congress and ratification by 38 states. Given how hard repeal would be, most advocates instead push for gun control reforms, like background checks, assault weapon bans, red flag laws, and mandatory waiting periods. Public opinion is shifting. While many Americans still support gun rights, there's growing support for tighter regulations, especially following high-profile shootings. Some states have passed stricter laws, though implementation and enforcement vary widely. The Second Amendment debate won't be going away anytime soon. Repeal may be unlikely, but legal and political efforts to reinterpret and regulate gun ownership will remain front and center in America's ongoing battle over gun policy.